What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a good day. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a review of the Squiddy that I am giving away exactly a week from today. So today is April the 2nd. Wouldn't that have been sick if this whole thing was an April Fool's Day joke? April 9th is when I will be doing this giveaway. But yeah, with that being said, we can kind of jump into it. So this is the box that comes in, kind of a regular Squid Industries box. Of course, this one says Squiddy. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's not too bright. But yeah, this one does ship a little different because all of the other squids that I've owned have had a black cloth. This one has a white cloth. So something kind of cool. I never really use these. I guess the only thing that would suck with the white one is that it would get dirty. So here we have the actual Squiddy. We'll get into the specs real quick. If you guys have watched my reviews before, typically I throw it up on the screen. I will run through them real quick. The total length is 10 inches. In the closed position, it's 5.75 inches. The handle length is 5.5. The thickness is half an inch. The blade length is 5.2 inches. This weighs 2.5 pounds. 2.5 ounces, so it is really light, and that is kind of one of the drawbacks with this knife, is that while you're flipping it, it's honestly not too bad for twirls and rollovers, but whenever you start getting into some aerials, like if there's any wind out, something that you would never even really expect, the wind can actually kind of take this thing with it. So like if you throw it and as like more surface area for the wind to kind of grab, it actually will kind of go like a plastic bag in a wind. But yeah, this is made out of CPVC. So yeah, take that as you will. It's plastic. It is a more durable plastic. It's not extremely fragile. It will last for a little while as long as you don't completely beat it. It is a Zen pin construction, channel construction as well. It has the bronze washers. It's latchless, and it is handle heavy. So with that being said, a knife being handle heavy, that does play kind of into it being a good rollover balisong, because whenever you're doing rollovers, that handle momentum will kind of, that handle weight will help carry over that momentum. Twirls, kind of same thing. Fanning is a different story. Fanning with this it's not terrible like normal fanning, but backhand fanning and especially choker fanning can be a chore with this, just because it doesn't have that weight to kind of help that momentum gather. Any trick that's really strongly momentum based, this isn't going to do too well in. It does have little weights in the handles. Let me make sure my camera's on so you guys can see it. It does have the little weights in the handles. It doesn't really add too much, but this one does have the normal Squiddy face on it. It has the black hardware. The hardware on this isn't flush. It does stick out a little bit. I mean, whenever you're looking at this, let me check the price real quick. On Squid's website, excuse me, it sells for $44, and that's not including custom laser engraving, which is actually kind of cool. I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, so for $45, honestly, this is one of the strong parts in the markets, especially when it comes to trainers. Some perks with this is, one, it's cheap. Two, it's light, so you don't have to really worry about packing around like a heavy trainer all the time. But kind of with it coming light does mean that it's a little bit more fragile. I have seen other reviews where the Squiddies have actually cracked in this region right here. I'm doing a giveaway with this specific one, so I'm not really beating it or anything. So I'm kind of taking it easy on it, but I haven't experienced any sort of real wear or tear with this. The only thing I could see over time is just the white getting dirty. But yeah, they do actually offer this in different colors. I think it's black and gray, and they may be working on a Squiddy. I forgot what the little initial was, ABC, whatever the letter was. But basically it's just different colors. And I'm sure all those are slightly different materials. Some people say that the Bs are the best because they're a little heavier. But I think that comes down to preference. going back to kind of the price point, $45. Getting a Balisong from a reputable company makes a big difference. Because let's say you get this, and for whatever reason, the plastic was off or something, and it cracked like the first 2 days. If you were to get any CCC, any cheap China copy, I just kind of dated myself in the Bally world. If you were to get any cheap clone or anything, and it was to do that, whether it's aluminum or stainless steel, whatever it is, if it breaks, more than likely you're not going to get a new one. You're kind of going to get like a good luck, pat on the back. With Squid Industries, they have awesome customer service. I've messaged them a couple times, and they've gotten back with me very quickly. They've been very professional and helpful. And honestly, if this was to break, I would have no doubt that as long as I could show, proof of when I purchased it, because I'm sure, if I've had this for a year, it's a little different. But if I've had this for a week and it broke, I have little doubts that Squid Industries would not replace this. But yeah, the Zenpin construction, I really haven't had any issues with at all. Really, this in the past week and a half I've had this, it's been a joy to flip. It's fun to flip. It's quiet until it comes to actually closing it. As you guys can hear, like whenever you open it, come on. And I'll put in little clips of me flipping it. It's just kind of hard to flip in this confined space. But yeah, like this. It's very quiet. Whenever you start doing other tricks that require it to close for a second, it can get a little loud. While I'm in this position, I guess I can show you guys a tap. It's a plastic, Balisong, so you can kind of expect that. Going into play, let me make sure I'm getting a good angle on this. The play on this actually isn't too bad. Granted, where this is plastic, some of this is going to be actual like flexing in the plastic. I'm not really going to, torque on it while I'm squeezing it just because I don't want to break it. But yeah, kind of wrapping up this review. Would I recommend this knife? 100%. I mean, if you're going to be going anywhere into public, this doesn't really resemble a knife. One thing with trainers, whenever you have them open, a lot of times they still have a shape of a blade, kind of like, come here, kind of like this. And if you were just flipping this and someone just seen like that silhouette, they could still think it was an actual blade. With Squiddy, you're not really going to get that. It's more as a toy. It looks kind of more like a toy, just almost like I don't want to say a fidget spinner, but kind of like a fidget spinner. And yeah, I actually haven't taken this into public, but I have little doubts that anyone would really bother you about it. There's been stories of people taking them in airports. I wouldn't take a normal trainer into the airport just with everything. But normal Squiddy, honestly, I don't think they would try to do anything with it. They would just see it as a toy, kind of like a what is it? Like an anxiety toy, like a fidget spinner. But yeah, overall, I really like this. I highly recommend it. I really don't see any true negatives about it unless you're wanting it specifically to like be the sole thing you learn on. Like if this is the first Balisong you're getting, honestly, most of the beginner tricks you should be good with this. With twirls, that's fine. With rollovers, Y2Ks, behind the 8 balls, helix, double helix, everything feels good. The only issues come is whenever you're getting into fanning and kind of more advanced fanning, especially choker fanning. But yeah, with all that being said, I recommend this. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. If you made it this far in the video, please be sure to drop a like down below. It really does help the channel. I'm trying to grow my channel because here recently my views and stuff has been down. I'm not saying that just out of trying to get pity or anything. I am trying to up the quality of my videos so they continue to get more views. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed everything. Like I said just a second ago, if you did, drop a like, leave a comment down below, things I can improve. And with that being said, you guys take it easy.